So I know the video I made talking about Stadia hit a lot of people the wrong way because they too slow to truly understand what I was saying. Saying shit like, well, I could play on my tablet, my phone, my TV, yada yada, so shut the fuck up. Like, I wasn't talking to you. You bought Stadia, good on you, okay? Good for you. I wasn't attacking you, I wasn't talking to you. In fact, I wasn't talking to a bunch of people who had weird comments to put on that because for some reason, you are defined by your bank account. So if you are a millionaire, you apparently can't make a dumb decision because you're a millionaire. But didn't you make dumb decisions to become a millionaire? Meaning you would make a decision, it wouldn't work, so you would do something a little different the next time you tried something? Isn't that how success works? Is you try something, it don't work, which is called failure. Then you try something else to see how you can get there. Failure is a part of the process. So just because you might have millions now or billions doesn't make you smart. It doesn't make you anything. And just because I say Google Stadia is not promoted by Google, which is true, and I say Google is stupid for not promoting it, doesn't mean that I'm saying Google as an entire company isn't a billionaire. I'm just saying they make stupid choices. Because that's true as well. Same thing could be said about Sony. Sony has millions of dollars. But I would never call their decision to release the PlayStation Portable or PlayStation Vita smart. I would never say that was a smart venture for them. I would actually call them retarded for doing so. I would also say they were quite stupid for saying there's no such thing as a handheld market, when clearly there is. So just because I might say Google is stupid when talking about Google, understand that I'm talking about Google pertaining to Stadia, not Google pertaining to the massive company Google is. No. They can be a smart company and in one of the divisions of that company be the dumbest division you've ever seen. It doesn't mean the whole company's stupid. It just means that division is quite incompetent. Just like at Sony. Sony makes PlayStation among other things. PlayStation is among the only thing that really turns a positive profit. But it doesn't mean PlayStation is without their mistakes. PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, VR. Christ, these things have proven Sony isn't the smartest company in the world. It's nothing against how much money they make. It's just, I mean, if you would have done this one thing, you could have easily turned that around, and because you're ignorant and stupid and decided that that wasn't worth the time or effort, you're sitting on a pile of duds. That's all it is. So, what's the problem here? I said Google Stadia has a subscription fee. Guess what? Google Stadia is on my phone. It's on my tablet. It's on my computer. And guess what? Until I sign up for the free trial, I don't even get to see the interface. I can't mess around with the actual firmware. I can't do anything until I click free trial. Thought it was free access. What happened to that? Why do I have to sign up for a free trial to see what my interface looks like? Why can't I go to my home page? Google. Oh, and before you get upset about me saying these things, don't worry. They did respond to me on Twitter saying, no, we can't just bypass the trial page. So, where was I necessarily wrong here about them not, requiring you to have a subscription? Now, once you get past the free trial, you might not need it again. But I'm not going to use my free trial before I even get the fucking product. That would just be dumb. Right now, I'm interested in what it looks like. I'm interested in see how it works. Granted, I can't play on it because I don't have the controller or anything, but I should be able to look at how everything is set up. It's not an option right now. Like I said, it was addressed on my Twitter. So if you want to really see this, go to my Twitter feed. It's right there. It's got comments and everything. So where exactly was the mistake? If Google themselves responded to me on Twitter talking about Stadia and how I told them, look, I signed up, everything's good, it just keeps telling me to sign up for the free trial. I kind of just want to get to the actual, interface, see how everything looks, and decide whether or not I want to go buy the damn thing, which, by the way, I do want it, and I'm planning on getting it soon, but I can't even demo the fucking thing. Like, I can't just fool around with it on my phone. I can't just go on my computer and fool around with it. Google themselves even said there's no way to jump past the free trial page. And y'all wanted to be mad at me. For what? Because I said they're stupid? Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that sound stupid to begin with? This is on their website advertised as free access. You sign up for it, but you can't go past the free trial part. It's only available to you if you click free trial. Why would anyone use their free trial when it's not even available yet? See what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the controller. I can't play it right now. Why am I getting the free trial? I don't want to use it right now. I would like to fuck with the actual shit. I want to sit there and mess around with it. See what I can do without that damn controller. Can't do it. And you wanted to be mad at me. How fucking stupid can you be? Honestly. Go ahead. Give Sony a pat on the back and a big round of applause for fucking up handhelds. Call them intelligence for making proprietary a dirty word in the gaming industry. Go ahead. But you're going to look stupid the more you do it. PS Vita, I could release a PS Vita right now in 2020, today. All I'd have to do is rework the little memory stick slot to where it takes micro SD cards, and voila, I just sold 1 million of them fucking things because I made it to where you can run out and buy a memory card and not break your wallet before you even spend on the games. Which, ironically enough, they kind of put that format into this new generation, which I did say should have waited. And I still believe that too. This generation came out way too soon. Seriously, anyone willing to argue the memory of this current generation? And I mean, actually understand that, yeah, the speeds are fine. That's cool and all, but there's absolutely jack shit you can do with these memory cards because these games are 100 gigs a fucking game. And going to be growing. Fuck. If you want Final Fantasy VII to be on PlayStation 5, guess what? That's all you're gonna fucking have. Think about it. The first one was almost 100 gigs. You really think the second one, which is the monstrosity of the 3-disc game, you really think that's going to be tiny? I don't know what kind of cocaine you're on, but you need to put it down. Okay? Call of Duty resized itself. The Call of Duty games resized themselves for this current generation because both Microsoft and Sony's memory is a horrible joke. It's pathetic. So speeds, download speeds, loading speeds aside, yeah, that's cool and everything, but how many generations have we argued download speeds and or loading speeds now? It was a hot topic for PlayStation during the PlayStation 3, so much so that even Sony themselves told you dumbasses who are Sony ponies to get over it. Just saying. You're letting stupid shit that's been argued for generations now mean more to you than the actual format war. People keep saying it's a console war. No, it's a format war. PlayStation and Xbox are more concerned with formats than games. Because they're going to play the game. They're going to play it either way it goes. They're more concerned with that format. What format are people going to buy? Because we got to do something other than play video games. Seriously, think about that. When it comes to Microsoft and Xbox and Sony and PlayStation, they offer more than playing games. Playing games is something they do, but it's not the only thing they do. They come with a bunch of bells and whistles because they have to. So the format war, which took over the console wars, has gone from a disc base and even a cartridge base to no base digitally. Excuse me. And both Microsoft and Sony have chosen sides. Excuse me. And while Sony has chosen a side, they've also backed away at the same time. Although right now, Sony, you're sitting in a pretty good situation. People like the PS5. They're not printing as many articles about you. Well, I have a theory to that, which is basically you got slammed all the way up to the release of the PlayStation 5. You were caught with your hand in the cookie jar lying about features because Xbox was touting about it. You had the COO or CFO or CEO outright just talking about how nobody plays retro games because they look terrible. I mean, there is literally a field day, at least 3 days worth of content from the moment you said the PS5 is coming to that launch. And it's almost as bad as when you did the PlayStation Classic, where everybody was super excited in the beginning, but then the closer it got to release, people were like, I don't fucking know. Like, that's literally what you've been doing. So, I think the reason people aren't talking about the PlayStation 5 as much as they're talking about the Xbox is because they didn't really have to talk about the Xbox that much. Now, if they chose to talk about the Xbox Series S, that I understand, because that is a huge fucking disappointment and is a system that literally could have waited until 2021, if not 2022. Because there's absolutely zero excuse for Xbox to put in an SSD that is 1 terabyte into the Series X and then not put the same 1 terabyte that's also a SSD into the Series S. There's zero excuse for that. It's just they didn't want to give the digital market the okay stamp of approval. That's all it boils down to. Oh, well, if we offer 1 terabyte in the digital console, the Series X might not sell. No, it'll still sell. I have a series, not a series, but a Xbox One S with a disc drive. There's the SAD edition that doesn't have one. Guess what? I never bought the SAD. But my reason for not buying the SAD is because it had 1 terabyte instead of 2, which my S with the actual drive in it has 2 terabytes. Why should I buy the digital edition if the one I have has more memory? See what I'm saying? So if you would have put a 1 terabyte in the Xbox Series S, would it really have raised the price all that high? I gotta call bullshit here. I don't believe it. I believe that it would have made the playing field more in Xbox's favor, to be honest with you. Xbox is coming out with a Series S, which is a all digital format console, and they came out with the Series X, which is the physical media optical drive in it. Both consoles have 1 terabyte of SSD. Yeah. There's absolutely zero excuse for them to have lowered the memory on the Series S. Especially considering Microsoft, you chose digital downloads. This makes you look not only incompetent, but fucking stupid as well. And I don't care how much money they have in the bank. If you can literally sit there and say, it doesn't make them look bad, please do yourself a favor. Stop gaming. Stop. Because in the next 10 years, which is probably going to be like 7, I'm more than willing to bet the next PlayStation and the next Xbox don't have physical media drives. Willing to bet. How many people switched over to digital since 2020 turned into stay in the house? I've been doing it since 2016. Like, regularly since 2016. When I bought my Xbox. I started in 2014, but I didn't really take it serious until 2016. Why didn't I take it serious till 2016? Because I was still buying physical shit for the PlayStation, still buying physical shit for the Switch in 2017. But this year, 2020, I sold every single physical copy Switch game I have and am downloading them. Xbox, since 2014, I haven't bought a single game for myself on. When it comes to physicals, I bought people physicals. I bought my ex a physical bunch of Assassin's Creed games. Excuse me. You know, I bought her a copy of Skyrim physically, and then I got the one that was pre-ordered, and they took $5 off of it. Or no, they took $10 off of it. Shit, how much did they take? They took some money off of it because it was digital, and at the time they couldn't tax digital. So I ended up getting a copy of Skyrim digitally because they didn't do a midnight release, which I thought they would have. So when it comes to Xbox, I've been doing this since 2014. When it comes to PlayStation, 2016. When it comes to the Nintendo Switch, since 2020. But been all digital. So much so, I've gotten rid of majority of my actual Blu-rays. I'm rebuying the Blu-rays on, Movies Anywhere. On my Xbox, on Google, on iPhone, iPad, doesn't matter. Because Movies Anywhere ties into every account. I can watch them wherever the fuck I want. And it's just becoming more convenient, especially with me, to be all digital. I got rid of every single CD I have. What do I need a CD for if I can have, for $10 a month, any record that comes to mind on iTunes? Why? It's just a convenient factor. You see what I'm saying? So don't sit there and be like, oh, you can't say a company that's worth billions is stupid. First of all, I didn't say the company was stupid. I said that division of that company is fucking stupid. And I don't think you can argue that. Google Stadia is a good product from what I can understand. You can't work the damn thing unless you sign up for the free trial. Which, again, go check out my Twitter and actually read through it and be like, oh, you really can't. And finally, calm down, bruh. I've been doing this digital thing since 2014. And since 2017, the major two, PlayStation and Xbox, and then since 2020 with Nintendo. And I mean since the beginning of 2020 with Nintendo. So I have a little bit experience when it comes to doing this all digital thing, especially with Xbox. Okay? And I was hoping this generation would start off on the right note, being both consoles launched with a digital version of themselves. And PlayStation, if you would advertise PlayStation now, your memory wouldn't be an actual problem. I'm just saying you stream games via PlayStation Now. So the hard drive is plenty big because the game is not on the hard drive. Talk about it. Say something. Promote it. Anything. But then again, PlayStation Now division of PlayStation, kind of stupid. Just a little bit. Same way Google Stadia is kind of stupid. A little bit. So what if the company makes billions of dollars? They make mistakes. They fail constantly. But it doesn't mean that, it's the end all. I'm not saying it's the end. I'm just saying it's a stupid fucking decision. Okay? Just like if Google didn't advertise their Pixel phones and then acted surprised that nobody bought them. Well, the market is Samsung and Apple, and they advertise all the time. So Google, if you don't want to jump in there and run your mouth a little bit, then you're not going to sell anything. That's common sense. No? All right, well, either way,